Like I say, I think it might have also been the fact that, well, some parasites will kill the bird or creature, and with the black people, the way they would reproduce, but they wouldn't actually do farming or whatever. Like they didn't farm, they didn't do anything. They just stole from other colonies, and they basically hid in the mountains and stuff like that. It's actually a black people thing. My precious. Not really. It was a black people thing basically, and pretty much, I mean, they like historically that's what they do. They go and they mate with people, they try and get people to give them things, then they eventually kill them. Like it goes back to ancient times, to ancient England basically. Because they don't do birth control, they don't like technology, they don't believe in technology. They don't want to have anything to do with technology. In fact, technology was their kind of like their a little bit of their downfall or whatever, because like it exposes them. We saw them running through the fields. They're black camouflage. You don't see us. If I lie perfectly still, you won't see me. Maybe in the dark, somewhat, but basically, you know, they didn't need believe in clothes. They didn't need clothes, and basically mostly in temperate climates, pretty much. But they just rape basically repeatedly and then run off. Like in the old days, men, you know, and like I say, believe it or not, like I say, the parasites were using them as basically spreading whatever. Because like I say, they would go in to steal the food and then they would rape a girl, and then they would run back to the wilderness or whatever, or something like that. I don't really know. Like I say, I'm just talking about what the black people used to do back in the old days. This is going back to thousands, hundreds of years ago. We tried to clean them up. Like I said, later on we went to them and we're like, we want you to stop running through our fields. You're dropping parasites. And they're like, we did nothing. We did not. We do not have anything to do with your calling. Anyway, they would go and steal our food and stuff like that. And like I said, the parasites would get in the food too. Like they dropped parasites everywhere they went, basically. Like I had people looking into it, basically. Like I said, how did the parasites get in the rice? Well, a black person went in there and stole rice. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, parasites used to be a big problem for English colonies, and and then eventually we got the antibiotics that killed the parasites, and then we no longer had parasites, and we did much better without parasites. Basically, parasites basically just make you feel more hungry, so you want to have more food, and I don't know. Like I don't really know exactly. I can't really explain your crazy existence. I can only tell you about how it went, basically. Um, there's always been a black colony around somewhere, basically, but they were hiding, and they're basically just thieves, and they would steal the food from the fields, and also steal the rice and stuff, and pretty much we could track them wherever they went because of the parasites they dropped. They basically were a colony that always had parasites, and they actually hated technology because we could see them with technology. Our Germans would go, "It's a man running through the field. Who is he?" Because we had light intensification and also infrared, so it's like, "Yep, he's running through the field again." And black people actually, for like 100 years or thousands of years, thought we're invisible. Nobody can see us. And they would steal food from the colonies, and we'd be like, "Hey, he's stealing the food again." And sometimes they would come in to try and rape the farmer. Or they'd try and have sex with the farmer's daughter. It's just the way it was. Anyway, they were always, I don't know. Anyway, it's how they, I don't know. It's true though. You can look it up. There's probably film of it too. With the light intensification, we can see the black male running through the field. He thinks he's invisible, but he's actually not. 500 years of the black people had no idea how much technology was in the world. They thought they were invisible. They thought they were sneaking around. They thought we didn't know about how they were having sex with women or raping women. It's like well, if you're gonna make it like that, okay. Anyway, they used to take little bells and they would pound them with rocks and sharpen them. They didn't know how to mine or anything. They didn't care. Then they would go in it because we used to put bells out, because like I said, we didn't want the cows eating the parasites. So, ding, and then we'd have to go and or get all the parasites that they dropped because there used to be lots of little parasites, lots of big parasites. Anyway, because we didn't want to have parasites, so anyway, we didn't want the farm animals to have parasites, the cows, because the cows would eat them sometimes. Or the animals, well, they drop on the things, and sometimes animals would, or anyway, yeah. The black people thought they were sneaking around the farms and nobody knew, and it's like, well, we just don't really want to kill you, but yeah, we have claymores. Well, I got another one. Guess it won't be coming back. Also, minefields. Maybe you should learn to read. It said right there, minefield, little skull. They would hop the fence. No mines anywhere around except for except for the fenced-in area, and they would hop the fence and run through it. Boom. Yeah. If they knew how to read, maybe they would have been able to read the signs. I finally put the skull and crossbone. They kind of got it through their head that skull and crossbone meant death or something. Then they stole the sign and sharpened it into a knife to go kill someone. It's the way it was, really. Black people had no idea about mining. The only thing they knew how to do was steal. And they had a lot of parasites with them. They had no idea about medical. They had no idea about anything. They didn't use fire because they didn't want to be seen. And they ate raw meat. I don't know. I can't imagine eating raw meat. It's really disgusting. But when they ate the raw meat, they would eat the parasites. Or something like that. That's all I know. So yeah. Well, they also ate the babies too. And they would steal farmers' children and eat them as well. They really did. They would cook them up. Children are weak and easy to take. So, so they would take them and they would kill them and then they would eat them. Anything that wandered into a black community would basically become food. They're always hungry too. Always hungry. Parasites make you feel hungry, so you will go get more food or whatever. Gets you motivated, I guess. I don't know. It's just, parasites actually, there used to be some really nasty parasites in the world. A lot worse parasites. Like they can actually control your metabolism too. Somewhat. At least the old ones used to be able to do that. Anyway, well, there used to be a lot more things in this universe or world. So anyway, I don't know. Like I say, it's kind of funny. Like I say, in the ancient old days, like people used to fight over stuff, and like the one with the parasites would always win because he would have more hunger or more desire. Strange. So the ones with the parasites always did better for some strange reason. It's an evolutionary thing. I don't know. It's a long time ago. I knew of it, basically. I was like, that's weird. Oh, well. Strange. Oh, well. Okay. Whatever. But yeah, I mean, people without parasites do much, much better. It just... Truth, freedom! Hey, baby, want to have sex so the parasites can come out? Yeah. I mean, hey, that's the way it is. Eddie Murphy ought to do a skit on that. So, like, some parasites used to actually, like, try and crawl into things. They would, yeah, like if you leave, like actually what they actually do is they come out the asshole and they try and get down to the other asshole.